Hi, and welcome to Quality Chess Vlog number 8. And today we have a guest from Thailand. It's this German Grandmaster, Thomas Luther. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Jakob. Nice to see you.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It's very good to see you too. How's the weather there?
The weather is
No, let me
great, and
stop you right there. I heard enough. Yeah, it's cold and raining.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
great.
let's not waste time. You have very kindly agreed to talk a little bit about your book, which we will be publishing on Wednesday in English. And well, you go for it, and I'll just ask you a question or two at some point, maybe.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, the book was published this year June in German language. Since I'm German, so I wrote it in German. It was just not easy to write it in English. So thanks for publishing it in German. Now there's the translation to English coming, and the book basically has a couple of different aspects. One thing is like my personal chess life, how to how did I become a grandmaster, and my later career as as a player for the national team, and then uh, much more of the content is about how to do training, how to improve in chess. I have a lot of advices. I give a lot of examples and puzzles to solve, and then I also give advice how to be a good coach. What is a good coach? How to train people, etc. And the last chapter is about, should someone become or try to become a chess professional or not. So this is basically the story about the book. Um, uh, as you know, we both know each other for a long time, and we agreed a long time ago that in one moment, we will just have a book together, and I'm really happy that it's coming now, and I really do like the English title, like Luther's Chess Reformation. It's just coming right in time. My famous ancestor Martin, he just published his thesis about 500 years ago. So this is just a very well timed to have the book now.
So you say about 500 years ago, 499, I think it is. Is that right?
That's right, 400. It was like 31st of October in 1517. So but the book was early. What to say? We come early, but better early than late. So this is so for all the readers. It's great, and I mean, unlike Martin, I hope I won't face any kind of charges or mistreatment after the book is getting published.
I have seen it, and I think there will be no complaints.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, this is very welcome. Yeah, well, about the book, there is so many things like for instance, a typical thing of training. This is what people ask me: how do I train chess? How do I improve? And this is a question, as a coach, I got so many times. So people want to know, how do I train chess? So, and this is not easy to answer. So in one chapter, I just try to set an example where I just show a position of a middle game or early ending. Like queens are changed already. It's coming out of a French structure, and then I give examples how to train in such a position. I mean, so it means like it's not like sitting. Um, and preparing some opening. It's more like, getting ideas for a pawn structure combined, with certain piece situations. So this is like, you try to train this, and you sit up with friends, and then you play training games, you examine this position, and it's just the way, you really can improve on chess. I hope this chapter is just, helping lots of players to improve.
I hope so too. That's what we're trying to do here. I was thinking, should we do a concrete example? I'll take a game of yours that I looked up in the database that is not in the book, and you talked about exchanging queens, so we can go to where the queens were exchanged, which was somewhere around here. Do you recognize the game?
Yes, this is my game against Jan Gustafsson a long time ago. When you look at this thing, you see it played in 2001. I was a 2600 player, while Jan, who's 10 years younger than me, was on 25 something. Jan is famous now for his show, and okay, he was already a very strong grandmaster at that time. Okay, here the position we see it's like white's a pawn up, but you know how to convert it. And you might think there's opposite color bishops, you know, sort of activity of black, so black should somehow hold. And okay, there's so many things written about, you know, opposite color bishops and attack and etc. So let's look at this. And this is not an example of the book. So this is just, you know, extra content we are giving here. So, okay, in the position, I think I played g5, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Queen went to h4, and now I think now it's a very critical thing, the queen exchange, queen g4. This is the best way to convert, surprisingly, is just to exchange pieces besides of the opposite colored bishops.
So why is this?
Yeah, probably because black has this activity. You notice like queen on h4, rook e3, maybe even the possibility of, you know, king g7, rook to h8. It's not easy to free for white. So the thing is like, you know, and we will see this later, white just brings a very important piece into the attack. And this is the king. So we will see in the next few moves. The white king from h1 being the target of black's play will just play a very active role in the coming up mating attack.
The way I see it is a little bit that, surprisingly, even though there's no pawns around the black king, the white king is actually a bit less safe than the black king because of the way the pieces are placed. And also, white wants to push the h-pawn at some point as part of the conversion, and you cannot do that as long as you have to worry about king safety.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So I think that the key of you know, to success in this position is really the queen exchange, and this is a thing, you know, discussed in many chess books. I mean, like rook and opposite colored bishop endings. And this is, of course, a very important thing. And here, okay, this helps a lot. You know, typical studying chess, studying typical examples, then you might find the moves like queen g4 in your game.
Mm-hmm. So take, check here, king g7, king h3. We'll just fast
king
forward a few
h3.
moves.
I was proud about king h3 since here you see, okay, black won somehow rook h8, rook g1 checkmate, and somehow, you know, white just, you know, brings the king. This is a very nice way of converting the exchange of one pair of rooks. And
yeah,
now,
I remember Yusupov once telling me that in general, in positions where you're trying to convert, very often you want to exchange a pair of rook because it prevents active counterplay. Two rooks, it gives a lot of counterplay, but with one you can't do much.
Yeah, exactly. It is in the books of Yusupov, and we also remember books of Turetsky where he has this chapter, rook and different color bishops. It's great thing, and this is exactly the thing. No counterplay for black, while all three white pieces, I mean remaining pieces, will take part in the attack.
Okay, so there, king comes up to check the pawn. And yeah, I was just wondering, f6, g6 doesn't work. Nope. So here...
Yeah, it's just a repetition. It's no big deal. h4, yeah, here you see white's king is very safe now on h5.
Mm-hmm.
And
So what's the winning plan here?
Yeah, the winning plan. This is actually a very nice tactical thing. Winning plan is hitting black's weakest spot, pawn f7, with rook and bishop. So this is
where you go for.
Yeah, while it's important not to allow counterplay. Okay, black of course wants to hit h4 pawn, but as you noticed now with bishop on e5, impossible. Yeah, I mean, so that's why rook went to d8, and now a very nice tactical shot.
So bishop f5 hangs the f3 pawn.
Yeah.
And bishop e6. Really?
Yeah, really. I was very proud of the maneuver. I mean, the bishop f5, e6 stuff.
Okay, so I understand if you get rook d7 in, everything is going to be fine.
Yes.
But really, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. What if I take it?
Take, yes.
So let me see here. Takes.
Yes, pawn takes.
Okay.
And e-pawn queens, yeah? e6, e7.
Just no way to prevent it.
No way to prevent. So, okay, you can see that a desperate move like bishop f6 is just met by check on d7. And so this is very, yeah. And okay, so
yeah,
this
it's all over, yeah.
Yeah, it's all over. And okay, there are several ways to win in this position.
Yeah, it would probably take a few moves, but here, and the h pawn is coming up the board.
Yes, I mean, yeah. Well, there are a couple of things. I mean, there were a couple of lines, you know. I mean, here, it's so Jan already. I mean, after bishop e6, Jan did resign in the position. So I mean, this was this was a very fine conversion of the advantage. So this is it's just the maneuver of having the rook on the 8th rank to support the coming pass pawn was nice. Yeah, I mean the thing is like about training, the thing is not like calculating in the final position. Of course, you need to train tactics to have good ability of calculating. This is one thing, and there are lots of examples in the book to train calculation. But there are many other books. I mean, Jakob, yourself, you have written so many of this, and this is a very important thing. Train your calculation skills. The other thing is like assessment of positions, where you find moves like the queen exchange. I mean queen g4. This is a thing of understanding and training and looking at positions, and I try to help on this department in my book. The way of which pieces to trade, which to keep. Sometimes not easy to understand, and even if you check this for many times, it's difficult to get behind all the ideas. So this was one thing I really tried to focus on in the book.
Of course, the book contains much more than that. It's really a very, very rich book, and we are very proud to publish it. And I hope people will really buy it, first of all. That will support the publication of more books. And I hope they will really enjoy it. And I hope you will enjoy Thailand as well.
Okay, thanks. I'm here for a holiday since now it's very cold back in Germany. So, I mean, here I enjoy the climate. Come and visit. We will work on the next book together.
Okay, I shall consider it. But first of all, thank you for joining us here today, and we'll see you soon again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.